I'm here to do the work of digging and diving and finding the best practices for project management so y'all don't have to.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Greetings, good day, and welcome. I'm Deanna, project manager and grants consultant, and today, as requested by you guys, we're going to talk about the best project management software for first-time project managers. Not only do I want to walk with you guys through the pros and cons of a few softwares that I have been doing trial and errors with on my own, but I also want to guide you guys into finding the right PMS system for yourself. At the end of this, I'll share my #1 pick for those of you managing projects for the first time and why that's my #1. So let's get started. Let's jump right into it and talk about finding the right PMS and what you should be looking out for.
Now, get out your pencils and paper and write down the assignment.
Finding the right PMS for you and your team is a very thoughtful selection process and includes various important factors. More specifically, there are 10 critical elements that I want you guys to take into consideration when you are making a decision on a PMS. Hi, mama. What's wrong? What do you need? You just want to sit here? Okay, you can sit here. You can be on camera? You say hi? No, don't lick me. I love you too. #1, Lady and I want you to understand your project requirements. That means for the majority of projects that you will be working on in your role as a project manager, first, what is the typical scale and complexity of your projects? Are you working on a much smaller team, so there's less than 10 of you guys, or are you working at a much larger scale and it's over 100 of you guys? How complex and how much information goes into the projects that you're working on? Not just information that you need for yourself, but your partners, your team, other departments, other external partners, etc., etc. Are there any specific needs that typically come with the projects that you're working on, such as do you need features like time tracking? Do you need built-in templates that will be able to showcase a budget? Do you need anything that helps with resource management? Or do you need a PMS that easily integrates with other tools that you're already using? 2, I want you to think about how easy it is to use this PMS. A PMS should be fairly easy for you and your team to navigate. The more user-friendly and easy to figure out system that you have, the less of a learning curve that you and your team will have to experience when implementing this system. 3 is collaboration features. Being new to a role, new to a team, new to an environment, new to a system, you want one in which highlights teamwork and effortless collaboration. Make sure you're considering features like, does this system have a calendar? Do they have things that I can assign tasks to people? Am I able to make comments, message my team, have real-time updates? If you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard me say it before, but having effective collaboration and communication is key for any of your projects to be successful. So your PMS should align with that. 4 is the customization and flexibility. All your projects won't be the same, so you want a system that allows you to bend and flex when need be. You should have some sort of capability to customize workflows, dashboards, templates, and reports to fit your particular project management style and the specific needs of your project. #5, and this has saved my plenty of times, but it's the integration capabilities. You want to make sure you have a system that already works in cohesiveness with other tools that you have, such as Gmail, Slack, Zoom, Calendly for any of my people that do their calendars and stuff through there, because I do. Whatever tools that you are already using with yourself and your team, if you have a PMS that can already integrate these tools, it will make the streamline and the processes of any of the projects that you're working on that much smoother. 6 is reporting and analytics. It is extremely valuable to have a system in which you can pull reports and information and analytics and such to share with your team in order to provide insight. Okay, they love doing that when I'm talking.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. #1, how dare you?
Having reporting and analytics features can really provide insights into project process, team performance, and potential bottlenecks or any complications arising throughout the process of the project. 7 is the pricing and scalability of the PMS. First, make sure you are not getting a system that is way too expensive and will ultimately cost you more than what it's worth for the stage that you you and your team are at right now. Along with pricing, make sure that as your team continues to grow and you are managing more projects and you are connecting with more individuals, that this system is scaling with you as well. Because if it's only good when you are a 10-person team and you become a 30-person team and that system don't work anymore, you're gonna have to start from scratch. And we don't want to do that. We want to avoid the extra work, okay?
Okay.
Number 8 is security and reliability. Look for a platform, especially depending on your line of work, that allows you to be as secure and private with the information that you're putting into the system as much as possible. And not only do you want to make sure that your data and all your information is secure, but you also want to make sure that the platform is reliable, that it's not going to have a ton of bugs and fixes that are needed, and at any moment your team is able to access your PMS. Like, how annoying is it that you set up a whole system, you got all of it together, and now it don't work? And so everything that you worked hard to put in the system so you could avoid having to repeat yourself or nag people or blah, 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 blah. And now it don't work. That's, oh my God, that's so annoying. It has happened to me, obviously, which is why I'm so traumatized right now. But yeah, make sure it's reliable and secure. Number 9, make sure you are doing a thorough review of other people's reviews and feedback. If you are here, obviously you're getting feedback from me, but take the time to do some research on what other project managers are doing. As I said, I'm specifically a project manager of development, so something that might work for me in fundraising, fund development, grant awards may not work for you, and that's okay. You know, we different, and that's fine. We all human. We meant to be different. Do some research, look at some reviews, see what others are using and utilizing. Go to the websites and on Google to see how other people feel about these platforms, because if there's anything people gonna do, they gonna be 100, and they gonna leave 3, 4, 5 stars or whatever the case may be, and they gonna tell you exactly why they left that.
The sun's too hot. 1 star? Would not recommend to a nearby solar system.
That's like when you see a post on Twitter or Instagram or something, and the post is cute, but the real tea is in the comments. So treat reviews of PMSs the same way. And number 10 is a free trial or a demo. I don't want you to immediately jump into a system without getting a decent free trial, setup, demo, presentation, something. Do not pay for anything. Do not put your funds into anything until you are 100% certain that this system is going to work for you and your team. So keep a lookout for ones that have demos, that have tutorial videos, and most of them do. I haven't come across any that don't take those free trials into consideration and take advantage of them. This will allow you to get a hands-on feel for how you can best utilize that platform for you and your team, or it might not, and then you got to move on to the next one. But you won't be fazed because it was free. Lucky for you guys, I already got the real world experience, already did the research, and I have the top 3. Okay, first up, we're talking about Monday.com. I have mentioned Monday.com time and time again. It was definitely one of the first PMSs that I've ever used, and it was an excellent first experience. Monday.com is praised for how easy it is to use and how pretty the interface looks, because we love when something is visually pleasing. Am I right?
But it's time I think about me.
That's right.
And you are easily able to customize workflows in order to fit your project needs, which has been vital for many first-time project managers. When using Monday.com, some of the pros that I discovered was, first, highly customizable dashboards. Visual project timelines make it easy to track progress. It integrates well with many other tools, 200 plus tools. I haven't found anything that Monday.com don't integrate with yet. They do have a free trial, so you are able to test the advanced features and setups to see if you would like to use this for you and your team. The mobile app version is A1. I feel like sometimes the desktop version does not convert well to mobile, but Monday.com solves that problem. And as lovely as it is to work on it on your desktop, it's just as nice to operate on it on your phone. As I said, they are visually pleasing. They have a lot of different colors and structures that you can use in order to display your project and information to your team. as visually pleasing and organized and efficient as possible. They have numerous templates in addition to new features being added. Sometimes I feel like on a daily basis, I'm always getting emails from Monday.com saying what new feature they have in order to make your project management that much better. They have streamlined internal and external collaboration. It is very easy to communicate through Monday.com, not just with my team, but with other departments and other partners that's working on whatever projects with me as well. And lastly, they are one of the few platforms that have a amazing Gantt and Kanban charts. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I know what they are, but y'all know I can't really talk. As much as I love Monday.com, it does come with a few cons. First, it can get pricey as you add more users.
Oh, large! You got your money! He got money!
So for example, initially starting off, it's like 5 or 6 of you guys, not that many users to maintain or pay for when using this platform. However, as you continue to grow and you add, and let's say you jump to 50 people, that's going to cost you a lot more. Second is that the abundance of features can get a little bit overwhelming, especially to a new user. Now, for me, it was, I'd say, a little intimidating at first to see just how many features Monday.com has and different integrations and tools and structures and setups. However, I really wanted to learn this platform, so I sat down and did my homework and figured it out. And once I just practiced a little patience, it became very, very easy for me to use. And I was able to easily translate what I learned to my coworkers. So now we're Monday.com professionals. And lastly, though this is not something that particularly affects me, this might impact your work, but there's limited reporting options and the features in the lower tiers are not as great as the higher tiers. I feel like with any platform in which has different tiers, if you pay more, obviously you're gonna get more. I don't use the reporting options too much on Monday.com, so as I said, that does not directly impact me, but take that into consideration if that is something that you would be using as a project manager. Number 2 is Asana. Asana is great for streamlining workflows and for enhancing team collaboration. This PMS has a task-based approach, which makes it that much simpler to track what needs to be done and who needs to do it and when it needs to get done. Some pros that I discovered is first, Asana is user-friendly with a simple, intuitive design. Very simple, very minimalist, cute, to the point. We like that. It's great for managing multiple projects simultaneously. They have a free tier available for smaller teams. So again, if you are a smaller team looking to build out, this may be for you. They have built-in messaging tools so you are easily able to communicate with your team within the platform itself. They have multiple board views so you are able to look at your own board and templates and stuff that you put together. Let's say your boss, let's say the animal department, the dog department, the giraffe department. Everybody got a board and you can see it all. And this is another platform that integrates with hundreds of other apps. So again, if you are bringing a PMS into other tools that you are using, they should be able to link pretty efficiently and effectively. So now, what are the cons that could come with using Asana? First and foremost, it is said that Asana is pricier than the industry average. And though I know I just talked about Monday.com getting more expensive as your team grows, it has been proven that Asana is off rip, is a little costly. Well, correction, if you would like to jump into the other tiers and level up, it's gonna cost you. Again, a feature that does not directly impact me, but Asana does have limited reporting features on the free plan. So if you get the upgraded one, you'll be fine. But again, it's a little pricier. It can be less intuitive when scaling to larger, more complex projects. Back to point number 1, when I said understanding the requirements of your projects. If you are someone working at a much larger scale, or if you have projects that are much more complicated and require a lot more specifics, Asana might not be right for you. And lastly, it can be a little too complex complex to begin with for some users. Now again, Monday.com, it is patience that it takes to figure it out, like I said, but eventually you get the hang of it, and it eventually becomes that you just press a button, boom, bam, pow. Asana is took a lot more work and a lot more digging, and honestly, there's still a lot of shit that I'm trying to figure out with Asana. So it's been, as a new user, it's been real annoying trying to figure out some stuff. If you don't have the patience, I wouldn't suggest it.
Step back! She's going to severely reprimand him!
Last but certainly not least is Notion. Notion is like a bit of an all-in-one workspace in which this system combines notes, tasks, and databases all into one little collective platform. It is super versatile, and there's so much that can be done with Notion and so much that I've used it for, but it does take patience to initially set up. I'm warning you now to get to some of the templates and stuff that I've seen. If they don't already have something for you, you're going to need to breathe, stretch, shake, and just let go, and then get back to it. Now, some pros of Notion is, first, it's extremely flexible, allowing for a highly personalized setup. As I just said, it's extremely customizable, and there's so much that you can do with it. You just gotta sit there and figure it out. It's great for documentation and knowledge sharing within teams. It is a all-in-one workspace, and you can easily share and connect amongst your team on Notion. It offers a generous free tier with unlimited pages. So if money is something that you and your team are struggling with right now, and you need a free platform that still gives you a lot of tools and features, Notion is that girl. They also come with low-cost premium plans. You are able to share with guests and team members across whatever pages that you have in your Notion account. So for example, I use Notion with my clientele, and we track our grant projects and awards and applications and such in Notion. So I am setting up the Notion board, and I share the link with my clientele so they can follow along as I am updating the board. Now, they aren't able to do any edits to it, which, I mean, if I don't need you to edit it, that's perfectly fine with me. So if you would like to share it out and have people edit and contribute to the board, then you will have to go to a premium plan. But in the free plan, the viewing is no extra cost, and sometimes I literally just need somebody to view the board, so it's perfect. And lastly, Notion has unique productivity features such as habit tracking. That's one thing I can say. Notion is very personal. It allows you to do things outside of work as well. So they have those additional tools and such that you can integrate in the workplace. So you can use it, for your personal life, but you can also use it at work. Another great PMS, but of course, it comes with cons. First is that there's limited integrations available. So if you are bringing in Notion, odds are it may not easily connect or connect at all to other tools that you are using. Next is that their free plan lacks collaboration features. I guess because they have the low cost premium plans, they only gonna give you but so much in the free option. I mean, they gotta have limitations somewhere. So if you would like to collaborate with people, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money. Notion is not as strong in traditional project management function like Gantt charts. So if that is a style in which you are utilizing to present your projects to your team, Notion is not gonna be the best platform for that chart. And lastly, and it's probably the most frustrating one for me, the mobile app is not friendly to work with, and it can get real tedious trying to use Notion on mobile versus the desktop. Desktop, easy, smooth, very easy to lay things out, boom, bam, bow. But mobile, and sometimes it's like, you have to check things off on your phone or confirm things on your phone. Like, I definitely have to set up everything and do everything on my desktop or a laptop before I even think about, I don't even know if I have Notion on my phone. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, no, I do, because I looked at it not too long ago, but it annoyed me, which is why I forgot about it. All in all, what is my number one choice? What is my number one choice?
Survey said
it's Monday.com. After personal experience and trial and error and team collaboration and all that stuff, Monday.com remains my number one, especially for first time project managers. I'm gonna just read y'all what I directly wrote because I think this says enough. Its balance of simplicity and power is unparalleled, making it accessible for beginners yet robust enough for complex projects. The visual project timelines and customizable dashboards mean you can shape the tool to fit your exact needs, helping you stay on top of everything with ease, and I promise y'all that's not a lie. Monday.com stands out not just for its features, but for its ability to grow with you. As you become more comfortable in your project manager role, you'll find its advanced features more and more useful without feeling forced into them from the start. Like I had said earlier, I just practiced patience when first learning Monday.com, and it's not that it was difficult, it's just there was a lot. So it's just multiple features and functions and setups that I just had to comb through to find what was really appropriate for me. But once I found those specific things, like, yo, it was like, that's why I said I was doing tutorials with my team and everything. They were like, Tiana, oh my God, you are a Monday.com whiz. Am, always will be, because Monday.com, like I said, is that girl.
Yo, they wanna know who's that girl.
But once I took the time to really learn and understand all the tools and such that were incorporated, it's a breeze now. It was just getting over that first little bit of hump because it's so much to take in, but it wasn't hard, just a lot. In conclusion, while each tool does have its strengths, Monday.com literally offers the best blend of usability, flexibility, and depth for those just starting out in project management. Remember, when you are looking for a PMS tool, the right one is one in which fits seamlessly into your already established workflow, and one in which helps you further focus on leading your team to success. Oh my God, yay, you did it. You made it to the end of the video. Good job. And thanks for watching.
Goodbyes are a bitch. T-shirt idea. Goodbye stink.
I hope that this video has given you a little bit more guidance into what project management software you should select for you and your team, how you should go about picking the right one, and hopefully you utilize Monday.com because that's my girl. As I always say, these videos are inspired by you guys, so if any of you have any questions, any topics that you want me to dive deeper into in regards to project management, just holla, leave it in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye y'all.